Hey everyone, it's Abbey with 105 The Bounce, Detroit's throwback hip hop and R&B. We are getting ready for Cheer Live coming to Detroit at Michigan Lottery Amphitheatre Tuesday, June 28th, and I have with me two members from the cast, Anuhea Keene and Joe Harris. It's so great to be talking to you guys today. How are we doing?
Oh, we are doing so good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited for the show. Like I said, it performs tomorrow at Michigan Lottery Amphitheatre. What can fans expect at the show tomorrow night?
It's definitely going to be cheerleading like they've never seen before. We have big structures that can never normally be seen at competitions because we don't have a score sheet. We have dance numbers choreographed by cheerleading choreographers and like real dance choreographers in Los Angeles. We have really abstract numbers that have like blue lights and stuff like that. It's just every number is different, and I think the crowd's going to be blown away no matter what.
So, I've been following the tour on social media ever since opening night. The show is very exciting, has a lot going on from different sides. What is your favorite part of the show?
I would say my favorite part is right at the end of the finale. We have this huge confetti section, and like watching it in slow motion and seeing all the kids run up to the stage because it was like the best show of their life. It makes us feel like we're huge, crazy, famous pop stars, but we're just, I feel like average cheerleaders, and these kids think that we're their huge idols, and it's amazing that we could be those role models for them, and it's amazing changing their lives.
Absolutely. You guys are role models. You're cheer celebrities. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So, you two are collegiate athletes who cheered for many iconic teams in the cheerleading world, like Texas Tech, Weber State, and Trinity Valley. How is this tour different from your experiences in collegiate cheerleading?
It's completely different. Like we're both also on the U.S. national team, so going into this, we figured, like our bodies are ready. This is going to be no biggie. We can do a few dances and throw some stunts. Um, Doing cheerleading, not even like just performing in general, especially like at this level, and then doing stunts and then doing like fast-paced dances on top of that for 90 minutes is no joke. Like I dream of the day where I get to do a 2.5 minute routine again. So it's definitely a lot harder, but it is a lot more rewarding because normally we're training all year long for that one day to see if it pays off. And here it's like we put a year's worth of training and squeezed it in 3 weeks. And now it's like night after night. It's that instant gratification that we look for at the end of every comp. So it's definitely different, but it has its good ways too.
So, I mean, like you said, for the tour, there's no judges, no scores, no hard time limits, which is completely different from what you guys are used to. Was this something hard for you to be able to adjust to?
Yes, because Andy, he his brain works in many ways. And as soon as, he found out that we have no score sheet, no judges, like his creativity went through the roof.
Oh
So
God.
there's
And then Monica left for a few days for her daughter's wedding. So it was just us and Andy and nobody holding him back.
and
Uh,
like double flipping stuff, people flying over people.
We had a skip pyramid that didn't end up making the final show, but like we were doing it, like we were executing it, which is what was even crazier because Andy was able to figure out progressions to get us there. But like we were skipping girls and putting boys up in extensions and doing hand in hands on top of a boy that's in a prep. And oh, it's wild. It's crazy to see like how limitless cheerleading really is because we've both been in this for so long. And for us to be surprised with skills, I feel like is very rare nowadays.
It was crazy.
and I feel like because I'm a cheer coach myself, so you get, yeah, you get, so like I coached Warrenwood's Tower cheerleading. Um,
Hey.
Not to brag, but they just got a back-to-back MAC championship.
Yes, you better
Yay! That's what I'm talking
work.
about.
So, I mean, you really get used to all of the limits that you have. And then when you're allowed to do things that you never thought you could, it's kind of like, wow, this is actually fun. Like, we can do so much more. So, I'm sure you guys are having such a great time on the tour with being able to do that. Like you said, you guys were on Team USA. You both just recently competed at the ICU World Championship and won gold for
Yeah.
Describe for me what you two were feeling in that moment.
Well, I've competed at ICU before with Team USA in the past, but it was virtually because of COVID. So this was my first experience, like a true in-person ICU Worlds. And like, even if we took out like the competition part, which that itself was insane, because everybody just loves the like Team USA so much, like the support was unreal. Like just going through like the opening ceremonies and seeing all the different countries that like share the same love for the sport that we do, it was awesome. And like you see countries that like I've competed before against, and like you see how much they've grown and such, like because we haven't seen them in like almost 2 years, seeing how much they've grown, even like with the circumstances. It's a competition like no other. Like it's very competitive, but at the same time, there's so much support and love going around.
All right. So, like I said, I'm a cheer coach myself. I know how much time cheer takes up from your personal life. What do you guys do outside of cheer?
Well, today, we're about to go see a movie. We find time to be with each other. We like a lot of weird stuff. We just
we play arcade games.
Yeah, like it eats up a lot of our time, but we still find time to enjoy it with the free time that we have. But we love cheerleading so much that we don't even mind if it takes up our whole schedule because we're still together.
A lot of the times we'll spend our free days like in the gym anyway, and just like because stunting together is fun for us. It's more than, it's not like a job. It's like a lifestyle. It's weird not doing it in a day, but yeah, we definitely try to find time for all the little things because in our regular day-to-day life we don't get to do that.
Right. And you guys are a couple, right?
Yes.
So how do you separate professionalism on the tour and your relationship on the tour?
I don't even think we try to even thinking about like separating it. It's just so natural for us because we've been in so many settings where like that's just what's expected. Because we work NCA together, we do a lot of other business stuff together that we're just so used to it. It's not hard for us to do, and yeah, I everyone appreciates that we do it, and I can tell, and it just makes the process a lot easier. So.
Yeah, Joe's also a lot better at not bringing a practice home. When I have a bad practice, I'll be grouchy at home, and Joe
I'm like, stop talking about cheerleading. It's movie time.
So
we can talk about cheerleading later.
Joe's definitely the one that's a lot better at separating.
I totally relate to that. Like, come home, bad practice. My boyfriend's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Nothing."
It's like nothing. We just don't talk about it. It's in the past.
He always says
gym.
that.
Leave it at the gym.
All right. So before we get out of here, I have a quick game for you guys, but you have to give your answers at the same time. So
Okay.
I'll say the question. I'll count 1, 2, 3. Say your answers after 3. Okay.
After 3. We got this.
After 3. Are you ready?
Yes.
This or that? Standing tuck or standing full? 1, 2, 3.
Standing full.
Okay.
Ah, we're killing it.
Wait, why the full?
It's just, I don't know. I haven't done a standing tuck in a while, and standing full is just a lot easier mentally to get through.
Standing fulls are a lot harder for me, but that's why I pick them, because when I do them and they look really good, like I'm just like, oh, she's a Tumblr girl.
All right. NCA Nationals or tour? 1, 2, 3.
Tour.
NCA National. Oh man.
You gotta give me your reasonings for both.
I don't know. I'm very competitive, I like collecting hardware, and like when we finish the tour, it's not like we're going to get like a huge ring for it. So I like winning nationals, so I can start stacking up hardware. I'm just competitive brain over here.
I don't know. I say this every time before we go out there. Like I've been in so many competitive environments, that being able to go out there and genuinely feel that everybody in the room wants you to hit and wants you to win is something I never thought I'd get to experience. And it just makes cheerleading that much more fun in the moment.
Awesome. All right. Performing in the Ocean Center or on the band shell? 1, 2, 3.
Band shell.
All right. That's what I thought. I have been told that there is nothing like hitting on the band shell. What is that like?
Well, the Ocean Center, first of all, is so painful. It's like
It's
literally
concrete.
carpet on top of concrete, and they expect you to be great. It is so hard, so hard on the body.
And it's so cold backstage. Like we do a
Oh,
12-minute
man.
warm up, and then I get in the room and I'm cold again.
All your muscles get cold. You're like, oh my God, I have to warm up again.
Literally. But that band shell, like I came from a UCA school before I competed at NCA, and I was nervous to compete outside because I was like, the sun, the wind, birds, you don't know what's gonna happen. But like you go out there and you don't even realize the heat. And it's so bright outside, you can see everybody, you can hear everyone. And like the band shell like amplifies all the sound, and like you see the ocean while you're competing, and it like almost reminds you why you're doing what you're doing, in the moment. And it's unreal. It's unreal.
So you guys are both NCAA national champions. What's the feeling like running into that ocean after your win?
Uh, I can't even describe it. It's like she was saying, like you're on the band show, like you're competing, you're in the middle of your full out, and you just can't stop looking out of the corner of your eye that you see this huge ocean next to you, and you want to be a part of it so bad. And then when you finally get that chance to win, you're waiting on the beach, you feel the sand in your toes, your team's all waiting to all run together.
Everybody's shaking.
Everyone and their mama's got their camera out ready to capture this moment for you. And I remember the first time that I won, how cold the water was, but I couldn't make myself get out of the water because I felt like that was the moment I was waiting for my whole life, but I didn't even know that I was waiting for it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That has to be like a crazy experience. Obviously, I've seen the show on Netflix, so I see how it works, but to be able to be in that moment, that has to be something you will never forget. So I have two more.
You got this. You got this.
Are a little bit more like general. So ready? Dogs or cats? 1, 2, 3.
Dogs.
Okay, I am with you. I am with you for sure. Definitely a dog person. And flights or road trips? 1, 2, 3.
Flights.
Okay, wait, tell me why.
We're just both very impatient.
Yes.
So like whatever is gonna get us there the quickest and the most comfortably, like if I don't have to drive, awesome.
Yeah.
Because like touring isn't bad. Like road trips, I was just saying this yesterday, road trips are so much more fun when you're not the one driving. And I'm like, wow, we have a bed and a TV. Like, dang, road trips aren't so bad. I'm used to driving to Daytona from like Kentucky or something in a small little like Ford Focus with 6 girls in the car, and we're like, let's do this.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for taking the time today to talk to me. Again, the Cheer Live Tour is at Michigan Lottery Amphitheatre Tuesday, June 28th. Tickets are still available now at 313presents.com. Anuhea, Joe, thank you so much, and good luck tomorrow, guys. I will see you there.
Yay! Get your tickets. Get your tickets right now.